Got a few people in chat saying, Velocity's going to take it. Let's see how it will pan out here after this first kickoff. It's going to be Achilles going up against Joe Merch, and it actually ends up being a win over for the Velocity 9 boys. It's going to go over towards the mid area, and Achilles going to be in this corner up against Fuji. Does win it out, gets it over into the midfield. John Merch to fight him on the 50, and it's over into the blue corner. John Merch just trying to see if Fuji has the opportunity to get this out. He does, but Corgi going to be already there trying to aggressively take this ball away. Not really getting the connection he wanted there, John Merch, so he's trying to get himself out. Corgi with a potential shot on net, just gets it left of the net, trying to go up and capitalize on this. Almost drops it in, it's off the backboard. Achilles with a shot, but John Merch with a save off the crossbar. And now Achilles has to get back and deny the shot. 4 minutes 20 on the clock, and Achilles going to kill it over towards the corner. John Merch trying to follow this up, get it back over towards mid for Fuji potentially. And now Corgi just trying to fight off against him in the midfield. Actually, it's going to be a win out against Fuji now, and now with 28 boosts left, we're going to have Corgi against Fuji, and not fast enough as Fuji claims that first goal. Congratulations to him, and congratulations to the HDMI side as they are currently up 1-0 with Velocity 9 now on the back foot. We've got 4 minutes left in this game, and it is currently a lead for the HDMI boys. Fuji trying to get into the back line. John Merch and Fuji a little bit of a double commit on defense, and Achilles now with some potential to get a shot over towards net. Does get it up in the air, but not able to connect with it, and now Corgi has to come back and try to get back into this. Low boost though, gets it over 1 over 2. And nobody able to stop that shot. They knew he was low on boost and just is able to sneak a ball past John Merch, and Fuji just isn't ready to have to save it, isn't quite able to react in time. And now 1-1 on the scoreboard. Velocity 9 strike back. With 3 minutes 40 left, it is still anyone's game, and Fuji winning off the kickoff is going to get it up into the corner. Achilles trying to get it up and into the corner. Gets it up there, but now Fuji already putting on some aggression. Almost gets it past Corgi, but a nice save and force into the corner. John Merch trying to just shut down this offense as quick as he can, and now it's going to be Achilles catching the ball into the corner, trying to get it up the field, and John Merch trying to fight him. Fuji has to receive it, and Achilles is able to force out a touch, but Fuji wins it over towards the goal. Oh, Corgi, a forced save is needed, and a forced save he gets, but isn't able to deny the second shot from John Merch, coming straight from the back line to capitalize off this opportunity and get the second goal on the board for HDMI. 3 minutes left, and what a match it has been so far. 3 goals in 2 minutes. And with 3 minutes left, we definitely know Velocity 9 can get these shots on net. They've had some great saves so far. They just need to get those opportunities again. He has 45 boost Achilles, trying to maybe fake out his boost over towards John Merch, and it does work. He gets it into the corner. Fuji now trying to receive the ball, has full boost, and he is going to get back right for his trouble, so he is going to start trying to fight against Corgi, but it's over to John Merch, killed back into the corner, and now this ball just bouncing back and forth across the blue corners. Corgi trying to see if he can transition it into a shot, not quite able to do it. John Merch takes control, and now Achilles trying to fight off against John Merch, deny a third goal here for the blue side, and he's not able to do it. A phenomenal pass back to Fuji is going to open up that goal yet again, and once again the Velocity 9 boys let through another, extending that deficit to 2 goals as it sits at 3-1. 2 minutes 30 left though, plenty of time to get back into this and try to get their shots on net, and Achilles gonna kick it off with a hell of a kickoff. Now John Merch trying to get this ball out of their end, but Corgi gonna read it beautifully, gets it off the corner. John Merch to retake possession, and now trying to get this ball up the field, reads the bounce over there from Corgi, and now it's a 1v1 against Achilles. Can he get this ball on net? Does bounce it over to Fuji, but Fuji not quite able to place it on. This is a scoring opportunity for the orange side. They give them a full shot at the goal, but Achilles not able to turn fast enough to get it on net. Now John Merch with 2 minutes left, trying just to kill some time, make sure no shots can come through, and that lead does not shrink. John Murch lobbing it up the field. It's going to go straight into Corgi, and now the counter offense is real. Corgi trying to get this across field, eventually gives it up to Achilles, but Achilles, oh no, he isn't quite able to get the touch. It bounces out a little too far. This offense is floundering, and Corgi double commits with Achilles, isn't quite sure what's going to be happening on the offense, but the shot is still alive, manages to win it out. It's now in front of the goal. Corgi with a shot, and Achilles there to capitalize. 3-2 with a minute 30 left, and the second goal finally comes through for the Velocity 9 guys. So we are seeing a true back and forth match. It is still a lead over towards HDMI, but you can tell the shots have definitely been favoring Velocity 9 so far. Corgi gonna be trying to catch it immediately, and it gets shut down. Fuji does not allow that goal to shrink any farther. Making up for being unable to get back for that goal last time, comes through with a beautiful little read onto a kickoff goal right away, and with a minute 25, it is going to be HDMI regaining their 2-goal lead. The kickoff favors the blue side. That's not great for Corgi, but he does manage to get a good shot. 9 boost only, so he tries to redirect himself, but just doesn't have anything to work with. Achilles now having to watch out against this shot, is going to be able to stall it a bit, but Fuji already setting up. It's a forced shot from Corgi to try to regain possession. They do, but it's going to be passed right back over to Fuji, and now up the wall, trying to chase this ball down the field, but Fuji actually just killing it off. Knows that they're up by 2. They don't need to aggress this any more than they have. They get it back in front of the goal, and Achilles trying his absolute best to get a shot on net, and Corgi, an unfortunate backflip, does not allow a shot to come through. 46 seconds left, and Achilles is not able to adjust to Fuji's shot. 4 goals this game for Fuji, 7 shots on net. He's been a hell of a shooter this one, and it's rewarded with a 5-2 scoreline and 44 seconds left. It looks like HDMI's game right now. We have to see some velocity kickoffs right now, and it isn't going to go their way. It almost looked like that was going to go straight into the net. It does go off the top crossbar. Fuji to retake possession. It's back into the corner. Fuji trying to follow it out and is going to actually just pop it over the goal. Fuji trying to see if he can turn around and get back in front of it, but Achilles to start clearing it away. Fuji actually favors the 50, and John Murch does get a bump, and Corgi, potential shot on net, isn't quite able to direct it left, and it does end up killing towards the right corner. Ball going to be bumped down back over into the corner, and John Murch looks like he has to try just to kill some time. 13 seconds, and it's all she wrote here for the Velocity 9 boys as HDMI look to take their first game of this best of 5, looking to try to extend their potential for a flawless IGL season. And you gotta say, they're definitely putting the shots on the board to do so. You see John Murch there flopping around. He's having some fun. Fuji and John Murch does look like they're also having some ping issues, so impressive that they're able to put up the shots with those issues. Hopefully, though, all will be resolved as we load here into the second game of this best of 5. Will Velocity 9 be able to tear right back and go 1-1? Or is HDMI going to be allowed to be within spitting distance of the win? Summer Rose cheering on these teams. Great to see in the chat. Got a ton of support. V9 cheering his boys on. It's a loss for them in the first one, but they've still got a chance. Achilles trying to immediately get the first goal and isn't quite able to do it. John Murch to try to clear it away, ends up giving it over to Achilles, but he tees it up. Corgi with a forced save is going to be able to get it away. Now, charging up the board, it is going to be Corgi taking control, bouncing it over into the corner, trying to get this out over to mid for his teammate. It's going to go a little bit too far, and now it is going to be a shot over towards the net from John Murch. He does get it in front, and Fuji going to come through just to ensure that ball goes through. John Murch dribbling that ball pretty much all the way up the field past Achilles, over straight in front of the goal, winning the 50, and it's a first goal coming through for HDMI, looking to get a clean 3-0 sweep here against Velocity 9. Will they do it? Achilles actually going to be the one to go up for that ball. A little bit of an unexpected kickoff, and Corgi not able to react in time. That's on goal. Achilles has to clear this, and he's not able to do it. And an unfortunate shot there just ends up favoring HDMI. John Murch gets it out over mid, and Corgi trying just to re-aggress it however he can, ends up tapping it right back over towards the goal. And now with 4 minutes 19, it's another 2-goal lead for HDMI. Velocity 9 cannot allow themselves to get disappointed, though. They still have plenty of time to play with, and Corgi trying to immediately reopen this offense. Does get it into the corner, passing it over to Achilles, who gets the shot on net, and just like that, a 2-goal lead back down to a 1-goal lead as they seal themselves up a clean one. John Murch just not quite able to direct himself in front of the goal, and now it's 2-1. So, 4 minutes left. Who will be going this time? We saw a little bit of a change up in the last one over here on Velocity 9, and it did end up favoring them. So they go and they trust in their kickoffs. Corgi going to be immediately trying to get back up. Fuji, though, an easy clear for him. Retaking possession, low boost, so he's trying to get fancy with it, and he does. John Murch with an opening towards the goal, isn't quite able to correct and get that on in time, but a phenomenal pass there from his teammate to get it towards the net. 0 boost on John Murch. This is getting a little dangerous, and Achilles with a potential shot on net fakes him out beautifully, but this ball isn't in. He has to touch it, and he does. And Achilles, what a great fake there on to John Murch just to deny any opportunity. Throwing a little faking in chat as well for the BM, and now 2-2 with 3 minutes 40 on the clock. This game is far from over. Going up for the kickoff. Which way will it go this time? And it's going to be John Murch to win it out. Corgi does get the boost for his trouble and is going to start carrying this ball up the field. Gets it off the top and is going to be given the field space to play with it. Now John Murch and Fuji a little bit double committed over here in the blue end. Achilles not quite reading that pass, and a little bit of confusion over on the orange side. Everybody a little bit just hesitant, trying to wait and see what they want to do to get aggressive here, because the next goal is going to be the first advantage for either team here in this series of the later half. John Murch tries to carry it up and get a shot towards net, and Achilles falls back just in time to block it. Nice little aerial save there from him, and John Murch trying just to get this ball up the field. Looks like he might be trying for a little bit of an aerial play himself. A ceiling shot on the board, isn't quite able to direct onto it, but Corgi isn't able to clear it either. Fuji follows it up, not able to get the shot on net, and Achilles a beautiful half flip that starts carrying this ball up the field. Gets it over in front of the net, over into the corner. Full boost, has to try to aggress it. John Murch to clear it away, and now following it up the wall. He is going to start getting this over towards the orange net. A beautiful little air dribble. Achilles has to clear it, and he does. It's past Fuji, and now with 2 minutes 30, the opportunity is here for the orange side. Fuji hits it over the goal, over into the corner. Corgi just trying to get a bump onto it and keep this play alive. John Murch stalls it, but with a kill over towards the corner, it is going to be a delayed offense, and now a little bit of room to breathe for Achilles. Just trying to open this up. It is actually opened up for John Murch, but Corgi already aggressing. The ball bouncing towards the blue net, and it's going to end up sending him back right into the orange side as Fuji tries to retake it onto the corner. John Murch gets a shot over towards the net. Corgi has to save it. John Murch decides he's going to extend this offense a little bit more, gets it onto the corner, and it's going to be Fuji in the background that had to fall back for a little bit of a boost race against his opposition. Opens up a shot for Achilles. He's going for the demo play. Isn't able to get the demo, but the bump will do. John Murch gets a touch, but it is not enough to shut down that booming goal from across the field. Fuji in chat, I'm trying to look at it, and it just absolutely cannot be believed. He's like, how is that not a demo? We're going maximum speed. And right away, the Velocity 9 boys are not going to let anything by. They are immediately trying to re-aggress this. A shot from Corgi just wide of the net, and now John Murch trying to follow it up the field. He does retake possession. He's trying to air dribble it in, and he does actually get it towards net. That's in, but Achilles, what a beautiful read off the top crossbar to get it away. Fuji, a shot over towards the net. It catches Corgi off guard, but he's going to hit it towards mid. John Murch gets it up onto the wall. Going to be trying to play this out with an air dribble, but isn't able to do it. Achilles with a booming shot. Isn't on net, but Fuji has to clear it. Achilles back passing it to his teammate, and it's going to bounce off the corner. Oh, God, good save there from John Murch to shut down a little slick shot from Corgi. And now John Murch just trying to win this out, but Achilles, what a backflip to win a 50 against Corgi, or to win a 50 there against John Murch, sorry, and shut down the counter offense for Blue, getting a second goal on the board here for Velocity 9 and going up 4-2 in the series, or in the game, sorry, as we are sitting currently with HDMI leading in the series. And At first, it looked like Velocity 9 were floundering a little bit to try to get themselves back into the best of 5, but they have certainly hit their stride, and Corgi going from ground to ceiling to hit that ball, and Achilles to seal it up. And just like that, we saw a 3-goal lead from the first game get turned on its heels in favor of the Velocity 9 side, and they have come back with a vengeance, looking to get back into this series. They said, you know what, the first game of this season, that was a fluke. We're looking to make it a flawless rest of the run. The first game didn't happen. We're resetting from here on out, and Corgi trying to shut it down with another great pass, and Achilles to sink it in. And these two, in the past minute, have just sunk so many goals into the net. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. You can see there Achilles with all the goals, but how many times has Corgi just completely opened up that goal for his teammate? The teamwork is clicking, and they are absolutely dominating here in game 2 of this best of 5. Achilles gets it into the corner, beating out Fuji again. It's back in front of the net, and Corgi gonna say, you know what, okay, I'll take a little bit of shot at it this time. And just what is happening here in this game? It has been a back and forth game for the most part, and then in the last 2 minutes they decide, you know what, just goal after goal after goal. We feel like getting some dubs. 30 seconds, and it's going to be Jaw Merch against Achilles again, and yet another kickoff win. Fuji just sitting over towards the goal. They might be trying just to talk something out, figure it out. I mean, at this point, it's a sealed deal here for Velocity 9, taking out the opposition, and what a way to do it. Jaw Merch might get an air dribble here for his trouble, and he actually does, in a beautiful little carry from across the field. Something to pad his stats and definitely get a little bit of confidence back. He knows he can hit these shots. Every single player in this server been doing such a great job at getting shots on net, but 7-3, I mean, it's basically all she wrote for HDMI, unless they get a certain miracle. And with Fuji just taking a few minutes to reassess and regroup, it is going to be a sealed deal, and Corgi just gonna get another one for himself, saying, you know what, I want my teammate to get Golden Striker, but let's see if we can go ahead and get one on the board for me. Alright, just gonna ask them real quick if they want me to get themselves a new server, because it is a report. Alright, we are just gonna kick back, get a new server for these guys, and Velocity 9 is going to seal it up 1-1. We will be back in just a minute. All right, and we will be jumping straight back here into the game. Sorry, we had the teams join a little prematurely, but it's gonna work out. And now Fuji going against Achilles immediately in this goal. Oh, it's gonna be a forced save out from Corky, and he does manage to do it. Jaw Merch to try to fight him, but gets it up into the middle, and a 50 ends up making it work for Corgi, and straight off the kickoff, gonna be able to come through and capitalize with a shot straight into the net. Straight away, Velocity 9 showing that they are back in form and ready to take this game. We saw them just rip a game completely out of HDMI's hands. Don't know exactly why his nameplate isn't showing up, but we're going to be seeing in just a minute. I don't know what's happening with the camera, but what I do know is this ball is going straight over to Fuji. Gets it into the corner, and now trying to immediately re-aggress it in front of the goal. It's going to bounce over, and now Corgi trying to take it up the field. Jaw Merch to meet him, and it is going to get it off the corner. Bounces over to the right of the goal. A nice little double touch shot, but isn't going to go towards the net. And now Fuji, a little bit overzealous, tries to push towards the net, not able to get himself quite back into it. Oh, a lob over Jaw Merch, and another little touch straight in front of the goal. And Corgi is here to play. And I don't know if anybody caught that, but you could see right then, if you looked at Achilles' player card, he had 0 for everything, because this is the Corgi show. What a complete decimation of the HDMI side to get themselves a second goal on the board. We do still see there is a little bit of lag over here for the HDMI guys, but not much you can do about it if the West servers aren't favoring you. That's how it be. Jaw Merch gonna fall back. Corgi to retake possession, trying to get it over towards the goal. Does get it off the top, but it's gonna bounce over mid. Now Corgi to have to kill it over towards the left. Gonna get it over John Murch as well, but he is going to have the boost to recover. Gets it onto the wall, bounces it mid, and now Achilles tries to get up, not quite able to get there. Luckily, the shot's not on, so the double commit doesn't quite cost them anything, but Corgi a little bit rattled, trying to retake possession. Gets it over John Murch, showing that he's still got the dribbling skills, but opens it up for Fuji to take a shot. Not quite able to do it, but Achilles re-aggressing immediately, takes this ball, has the boost, trying to get a little stylish too, but that ends up costing him all his boost, and now Fuji trying to get it off the corner, but a nice shot from Achilles just to center it right back up, and these guys just constantly are getting shots on goal. Fuji, nice little dribble past one, isn't quite able to get it on net. John Murch not able to finish it off, gonna go over the top, and now John Murch has to fall back and try to get it back up onto the wall. Corgi, though, gets in through the cracks, gets it in front of the goal. John Murch, a beautiful stop. Fuji gets a demo for the trouble, so now Achilles in a 1v2 is gonna try to do what he can, but with a double commit there on the defense, Corgi committing himself is going to neutralize that aggression, and now it is going to be 3 minutes on the clock and a 2-goal lead. John Murch hits it back towards his own goal, and now Fuji with a forced save. Achilles trying to get cute with it, trying to dribble it past, but it ends up bouncing towards his own goal, and Fuji secures the first goal for HDMI from across the field, getting it directly over his head. Actually gets it off his car a bit, and it's just straight over Corky. Cannot get back. And just like that, the game with a 2-goal difference drops to 1. But with half of the time still left on the clock, it is certainly anyone's game. That ball gonna lob over off the top crossbar. Corky's already up, not able to redirect on, doesn't have any boost to try to adjust, and isn't able to secure it. And now Fuji already counter-aggressing, gets it over off in front of one, but John Murch not there to follow it through until he does. Already in the back of mid, he notices that the defender is sideways in the goal, and you can see right here, he notices that he just can't get there. He's just caught off guard completely and has to re-aggress to try to save it, and is not able, so the lead evaporates, and HDMI immediately back into this. And with 2 minutes 20, that ball bouncing straight towards the goal, a much needed save from Achilles to deny a counter lead for the HDMI boys. Fuji trying to fall back, gets it in a 1v1 against John Murch, and now Achilles just falling back and allowing Corgi to re-aggress. It is going to be an air dribble up the field. John Murch actually with a very nice little air dribble to get the ball on net, and Achilles with a much needed save gets it in there. Corgi re-aggressing immediately. Fuji has to get back, but he does. Gets it off the corner, back over into the mid. Achilles trying to get back up, gets a shot on net. John Murch cleared away, but it's a double commit. Corgi gonna have to immediately try to fall back, gets it over towards his own goal. John Murch can't quite get there to get it in time, but it's an overcommitment from Achilles now, and the ball bouncing in front of this goal has to be tried to get scored, and Fuji not able to sword in there. Achilles with a roller from across the field, looking to secure the 3-2 lead for Velocity 9, and he does, and the breakaway just exactly what they needed. HDMI just allows a little bit too much of a double commit, and that will be Velocity 9 retaking their lead, looking to just finish off this series. Minute 40. John Murch gonna kill it off the wall, does retake full boost. Corgi, though, I don't know exactly what happened there. I didn't quite catch it, but it opens the goal straight up, and whatever happened just then, let's try to see if we can catch it with the camera. Yeah, looks like just a little bit of an unfortunate bump sends both of them flying, and just like that, the lead is equalized again. And with a minute 30, it still is anyone's game. HDMI luckily allowed just to let that one slide without too much hassle. Fuji not able to redirect, and luckily for him it's off the crossbar, but what a scary shot, and Corgi gonna be a little bit upset that one didn't go in for sure, and it's over him, bouncing towards the net. Achilles can't get there, and what a terrible situation for him. Corgi tries to get that over, just manages to touch it into the one spot that his car is gonna be directly under, and now Achilles, caught on the ramp, is not able to redirect. We've got the chat saying no, as these last few goals have truly been unfortunate for Velocity 9. Achilles trying to follow it up, a nice potential for a shot, shut down by John Murch, and now Fuji and John Murch just trying to get this ball out. Corgi seeing if he can get any sort of aggression alive. He jumps off the wall trying to get something going, but only with 40 boost, forced to fall back eventually. 50 boost here on Achilles, gonna get full for his trouble, and now the 1v2 begins. Fuji gets it away, not allowing this offense to progress as much as it has so far. Corgi trying to get it out, gets it into the corner, and now John Murch, the aggression from from him. He's going to get it back up the field. Achilles with a shot potential. It's off to the right of the goal. Going to have an immediate double touch opportunity. Isn't able to do it, but Corgi, he's opened up. And just like that, we saw all of last game Corgi being opening straight for Achilles. This game, it's time for him to get some passes his way. And the double commit on the save from HDMI once again going to cost them a goal. And it's an equalized game with 30 seconds left. The next goal could truly be it, or we could be seeing overtime. Jawmerch immediately trying to follow it up, but Fuji with a little touch over towards the wall, going to shut down that aggression. Fuji being allowed a lot of room to play with. Achilles gets the save, but a close, scary shot that was. Now Fuji, full boost, going to just immediately re-aggress this. Gets a shot over towards the net. It's a little bit left of the goal, but Corgi is allowed to retake the field, and now Achilles going to get the pass off of his teammate. Can they get a shot on net? And that's a sealed deal with 8 seconds left. It has to be a kickoff goal here for HDMI if they want to get back in to this game and the series. They saw themselves go up 1-0 from the first game. Are they going to see their lead disappear? They've already seen it evaporate. Is it going to get turned on its head? Fuji allowed to take the kickoff, going to kill it over towards mid, and it's just going to be to left field. Achilles trying just to allow this to shut down. Just a little bit of a touch to secure it, and that will be the second point on the board for Velocity 9, who now retakes the position of leader in this series. And a great back and forth game does allow them to pull it off. Fuji and Jawmerch doing whatever they can. 8 shots from them, 9 shots from Velocity 9. And at the end of the day, that one extra shot was all it took to seal the deal. And we see V9 the K in chat cheering their boys for Velocity 9 on, and they are trying their absolute best here to get their first win of IGL Fall 2020. Fuji and Corgi once again in the midfield. They are going to be able to take it out over to Achilles, who is going to get it in front of the blue goal, but opens up Jawmerch. That's a potential for a shot, going to be killed over towards the left. Just trying to set it up. It doesn't even have to. A nice sinking shot straight into the lower left corner, and Corgi, he's already committed onto that, lands in the goal, has to try to fix himself, and a nicely placed shot, nicely timed shot, gonna allow Jawmerch to get the first goal on the board here for HDMI. And that's exactly what they need if they want to try to fight it back into this best of 5. They are fighting for survival right now. At the moment, it's guaranteed, but that can go away at any moment, and Fuji missing that shot does allow an opportunity for Achilles to take a fight, Jawmerch to kill it, but Corgi, oh my god, gets the ball in front of the goal. Fuji bumped away, but it isn't going to be allowed. Jawmerch shuts down the shot, and Achilles, you can see there, he's trying to fake it out, but Jawmerch could see too much of the ball, knows that he's not placed to save it, and gets a second goal straight off the bat in under 35 seconds. And HDMI, they are really looking not to lose this game. They want that undefeated series and undefeated season, mind you. But they just can't seem to do it. They are looking to keep themselves in the best of 5. But with Corgi's beautiful little kickoff there, Jawmerch forced to try to save it away. Gets it off the corner, but it's bounced straight back towards mid. Corgi not quite able to get there forward in time, and now Jawmerch to retake possession. Gets it back up off the wall, but having to backflip isn't going to allow him to score it. Corgi getting it back to himself, is going to get it upfield. Now Fuji with a forced save isn't going to be able to do it, and Achilles with a shot. Doesn't quite get it towards the net, bounces it off the corner. Jawmerch to retake possession. Corgi back up onto the wall. Now Jawmerch trying just to re-aggress this, but Corgi gets the shot. It's over in front of the net, set up for Achilles, but a boom down the field, and that's going to be it. Fuji with a yet another series defining across the pitch goal is going to allow this third goal to come through here for HDMI. With 4 minutes left, though, you certainly can't count Velocity 9 out. We've seen the amount of goals that they're able to put on board, but it's going to be hard. Now, Corgi trying to go up and follow Achilles. Achilles just falling back, doesn't want to allow a double commit, and a fourth goal to come through. Corgi trying to get a little cute with it, does manage to get it past one, gets it in front of the net. Achilles with a potential shot, but cleared away too fast from Fuji. He's going to have to fall back and not allow a shot towards goal. Fuji doesn't quite get it towards goal, but it's a pass towards Jawmerch. A double commit on defense shuts down the counterattack that they had on board, and Jawmerch just looking to try to keep this ball out of the blue end. You can hear the in-game crowd chanting. You You can see the Twitch chat chanting as we know that these Velocity 9 boys are trying to get this ball into the net, but Jaw Merch just not allowing them to do it. And with 3 minutes left, it is going to be 4-0 for HDMI, who are saying, we need to absolutely decimate this game and get us back into it. To get us back into the series, mind you. And now Achilles killing it over towards the right side. Corgi trying to jump up and follow, but Jaw Merch to meet him. A 50. Forced down over to Fuji. Achilles trying to fall back and get control of this ball. Jaw Merch gonna have to come up and support his teammate. It's past one. Fuji has to fall back. Corgi's upfield, so he could have a potential shot on board. It's rolling towards the net, but Corgi just not enough room to play with. Can't quite get there in time. Fuji gonna retake control, and now Corgi trying to get a shot on net. Does get it there, but it's hit away by Jaw Merch. Achilles following it through, but it's off the top crossbar. Now Jaw Merch with the potential on shot isn't quite able to do it. Corgi has to fall back. Achilles to retake possession. A 1v1. Jaw Merch wins it. It's back into the corner. Corgi trying just to get this out of their end. Achilles finally gonna follow it up, and these double commits are not helping Velocity 9. They absolutely need to get shots on net. Corgi gonna try to, but it's too far past the goal. It's back off into the blue corner. Jaw Merch following Corgi up the field, and Achilles trying to pressure, but isn't able to do it. Corgi gets it past. 2 minutes left, so there's plenty of time to get these shots on net, but they absolutely need to push it now. Achilles getting it upfield. Corgi trying to follow, a little bit of an overzealous commitment, and Jaw Merch gonna shut it down immediately. Fuji with a shot over towards the goal. Achilles has to save it, and the demo from Fuji isn't gonna allow it, but it doesn't go in. It's off the crossbar and back up the field. Achilles immediately trying to get this into the net, but isn't able to catch it. It's tapped down over, but Fuji to retake control, and now a minute 45. The time is ticking, but the goal lead is not. Achilles getting this downfield. Jaw Merch trying to stop it, does manage to get it off towards the corner, but a minute 40, and there are just no signs of the Velocity 9 boys having any sort of shot here, and Achilles has to save it. It's off the top crossbar, so he ends up letting it drop and just catching it off the ground. Fuji gonna aggress a little bit. It's gonna allow Achilles with a shot towards the net. Does try to get it over towards it, does get a flick off too, but it's off net again. It's over towards the corner, and Velocity 9, they saw themselves go up by 2 in the, or go up by 1 in the series, but it is looking like they are getting shut out completely here in game number 4. It's a back pass to Fuji, but Achilles gets the first of 4 goals needed to force overtime, but a great first start that is. Jaw Merch trying just to set up another pass play, and Achilles too fast, getting right in there in the exact moment he needs to get the first goal on board for Velocity 9. And now, with a minute left, has to be another kickoff goal. Corgi not going to allow it to go too far into the end, and Achilles going to retake control, so it's a potential for a shot. Gets it off the top right, not quite able to get it in. Corgi trying to follow up and get a shot towards the net. Fuji, Jaw Merch just traveling this ball up the field. It's a potential for a shot, but they know they can still be aggressive. They're up by 3. They know that they can afford to lose a few more goals before this series is over. And Fuji absolutely getting this ball up the field. A nice little touch to get it past, but Jaw Merch yet again back for the save. It's too high there at that shot from Achilles. Trying to get it back over to Corgi, and now it's getting a little risky, but it's down pass towards mid. Fuji retakes control in 25 seconds. Just trying to follow this up. Fuji another shot down towards the orange goal, and that should just seal the deal. This ball is too deep in the orange end. Velocity 9 looking shut out here of game 4. Might get another goal for the trouble, but it's just a little too wide, and that will do it. So game 2 going to be going the way of HDMI. A little shot at the end from Achilles to seal up a little bit of a stat padding shot. I mean, after all, he was the man getting 6 goals in game 2. But will they be able to claim game 5 against HDMI to get their first win, or is HDMI going to show why they won that first game and why they can come straight back and have a flawless IGL season? We don't know yet, but we will know here in about, let's say, 5 minutes, as these teams will get underway with the last game in a few minutes, in like literally 20 seconds. So here we are, loading into DFH Stadium For the last game of this best of 5, it has been a back and forth affair. HDMI, a strong showing in game 1, shut out by Velocity in game 2, back and forth game for game 3, and then another shutout on game 4. If the series is going to continue, it has to be a back and forth game. Let's see it from these guys. And Achilles already trying to fight against Fuji, but a shot on net. He's not able to get there. And Fuji yet again sinking another shot on net from across the goal line, across the midfield line, in fact. A little bit over it, but we'll give him credit. I think his back wheel was still in the blue end. And in the first 10 seconds, we see the first goal on the board for HDMI. Corgi against Fuji is going to win it out over towards Achilles, gets it past Jaw Merch. Now it's into the corner, trying to touch it down mid for Corgi. Jaw Merch seeing if he can force out a 50. He does. It's off the top crossbar, and Corgi just not able to sink that through under the top. It's going to be a 50 forced out from Jaw Merch and Achilles. Corgi having to fall back and just try to retake some possession. Achilles to kill it towards the corner. It's going to touch it over towards the back orange field, and it is going to be a lobbing shot for Corgi 6. He is going to be trying to take this against Fuji, but Achilles to kill it actually gets a counter offense on the board. Tries to get up there, but Fuji not able to block him, and Achilles gets that ball into the air, and you can just see he knows if Fuji misses this, I'm absolutely scoring it. Sees that he's not on target and that Jaw Merch won't be able to get into the top right. And just like that, it's an equalizing goal to get 4 minutes 12 left on the clock with anyone's game to go. Achilles not able to win out there against Jaw Merch. It's going to bounce into his end, but Corgi able to get a nice little recovery to get it back off the corner. Up onto the wall now, Corgi trying to hit it over towards mid. Doesn't have any boost, so he's forced to do what he can. Jaw Merch finally regains possession, and now in front of the goal. Does manage to get off of it just long enough that Corgi's able to reaggress. Fuji getting a demo, though, for his trouble. The ball might be on, though. It's over. Oh, it would have been a close call. Believe it was still off, but Jaw Merch not going to allow us to find out. Going to hit it back, get it over towards the orange net. It's over, and it's an unlucky touch there to get it in for the orange side onto their own net, and that is just unfortunate. You just can't know that it's gonna you just can't know when you're in free fall that it'll bounce straight into you, but Jaw Merch gets it there and will get the second goal on board. They're up by 1, and now minute 20 has passed. Achilles just trying to regain some possession, not allow any shots to come through, and he's allowed that opportunity. He goes up into the corner, does start to take some possession. It's going to go back over to Corgi, and the double commit isn't going to do them any favors. It's a double commit on defense, but this ball is bouncing towards the goal. It's not currently on, but a redirection is made. And Jaw Merch, his second goal in the game to get themselves a 3-1 lead. 3 minutes left, and Velocity 9 can definitely do this. Jaw Merch, really good little shot there at the end to redirect it right at the last second. And 3 minutes left. We know that the boys on Velocity 9 can do this, but they're gonna need to do it quickly. They are down by 2. It is the series on the line. Corgi gonna stall this in front of the net. Jaw Merch trying to tap it away. Achilles isn't able to get it on, but Corgi is able to redirect. And now a 3-2 lead. Corgi trying to get his team back into this. And the 2-goal lead dissolves to 1, and you can see he's feeling it. Jaw Merch even questioning toxicity. That's not up for me to decide, but we will see as Achilles goes up there against Jaw Merch, going to be met in the middle. It's going to bounce over into the blue end, and now Corgi with a little bit of an opportunity to take control. Achilles in the 1v1, and that ball is boomed downfield. It's over into the goal, and Jaw Merch yet again going to allow himself to get a goal on the board, and you can see just going to be a little bit of payback there from the HDMI boys onto Velocity 9. They had to say it. And Achilles just giving a little bit of back and forth. Oh, good spirits here in the chat. 3 minutes left, and we've got Achilles trying to travel upfield. Gets it off the wall. Jaw Merch going to retake some possession, but tapping it down in front of the goal. Corgi not quite able to get over in front of it, and now Jaw Merch retakes possession with Corgi booming it into the orange end. This could be dangerous. Jaw Merch trying to get back up and re-aggress it, and Achilles not able to get there. Jaw Merch lobbing it over off the backboard. It's going to bounce in front of the net. Corgi seems to be out of commission. We don't know quite what happened to him, but he He's not moving. It doesn't matter, though, as Achilles starts to travel this upfield. Jawmerch killing it past him, and Corgi's still not moving. We're not sure what's happening, but with 2 minutes left, he's just sitting over there on the wall. Achilles is going to get the save, but with a demo coming through, it is going to be a delayed shot. Achilles coming through with it, though, does get it past one, and even with Corgi out of commission, wins the 1v2 to pull off an equalizer potentially. Oh, his controller broke, and that's just unfortunate. He has to play through it, and with 2 minutes left, that could be what ends up costing Velocity 9 the series. Achilles letting us know a little bit. He threw his controller, broke it mid-game. And now Fuji getting the demo onto Achilles. That's going to be an easy goal, and you know what? That just shows you, ladies and gentlemen, that's why it's so important to take under control of your emotions. If you throw your controller, break it mid-game, does not matter. It's 2 minutes left and a 2-goal lead yet again for HDMI. If it is going to end up being a 2v1, Achilles is doing a great job so far, but he gets it up. It's a little bit too high, trying to see if he can get some sort of shot on net, but Jawmerch not going to allow it, booms it downfield, and now off the corner, going to be touched over in front of the net. Achilles not going to allow it to go in, but isn't able to clear it away, and now Jawmerch trying just to get whatever he can, gets it over into mid. Achilles to boom it downfield. He does still have the potential to bring it back, and honestly, if he can pull off a 2v1 to even force overtime, that would be a phenomenal Herculean effort. Gets it over and does intercept the pass, so now a potential for a shot. His saving grace here is that the HDMI side has been constantly double committing on their defense all game, so if he can get through there and open up a shot on net, it could allow them the opportunity, but he needs to not allow that. The demo coming through, and now the lead extending to 6-3. And that 2-goal lead extending does unfortunately lessen the chances for HDMI to lose this game. There you see a little bit of back and forth in the chat, a little bit of hazing. You know, the PC master race like ourselves, we gotta show a little bit of dominance towards the consoleans, but with a minute left, Achilles doing what he can. Let's see if he can get a goal in the last 60 seconds. It will be a pretty strong effort needed, and it's actually not going to make it on. Corgi 3 back in the match, though. Achilles retaking possession, going to get it over in front of Fuji. Corgi going to be managing to get back on the wall. The game is still live. There is still an opportunity for this match to be lost by HDMI. It's going to be a dribble up the field. Isn't quite able to get it on net. Fuji with a much-needed touch to hit it away from Achilles, but now with 35 seconds, they know that both the blue players were deep in their end. Corgi not going to be able to get a touch on it, and Achilles almost sinks it into his own net, but does get it off the crossbar, but it doesn't matter as Jawmerch comes through with a 7-3. Just being a little bit rambunctious in the chat. Corgi not quite able to get there. Achilles not in the picture, and with 7-3, that will be HDMI taking this series, this best of 5, by 7-3, and the series is going to be going their way 3-2. Very back and forth one all game. You can see these guys just going to have a little bit of fun. Achilles trying to get back, deny any sort of shot, but 10 seconds left, a 4-goal lead. That will call it, and HDMI going to take this game. Seeing if Jawmerch or Fuji can just get a little bit of a goal right at the end, but it is going to be HDMI winning the best of 5, and that will do it for the game. Congratulations to them. A real back and forth one, and they pulled it off.